Rovers suffer their first defeat of the season at Ewood Park, losing to hot shots Sheffield United, who didn't get out of second gear. Are we that bad or are they that good? We'll talk about that and much more next. That's right, folks. Back once again with another match review, looking back at Blackburn Rovers Championship affair against Sheffield United. We'll talk about that in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. One-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers Championship World Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. Yes, whimpering, poor, toothless. That's all that could be said about Blackburn Rovers this past match day, as were the true Blackburn Rovers, the true blue and white, was there to be seen, of course. Yes, we may have been unbeaten. Yes, we have, of course, had a fantastic start at Ewood Park. But realistically, have we played anybody of any quality at Ewood Park this season? I don't think so. It was today, though, a true behemoth of an opposition of Sheffield United come into Ewood Park, and they played us off the park, and they didn't even have to get out of second gear. They were easy. They were cruising. Good early goal, purely down to mistakes from Blackburn Rovers. Both goals were mistakes. And the true quality just showed out there. Let's take a look at it. Again, big shout out to the VIPs, big shout out to the members, and of course, make sure you subscribe and smash the like. So here it is, the tail of the tape. 2-0 winners. Harrison Burrows opening up the score sheet on the 16th minute. An absolute shit show at the back. JRC, Joe Rankin Costello. You know, I'm very critical of Joe Rankin Costello. He's not a right back. I'm sure he can play. He's definitely not a starter. He's a squad player. And that's it. That's it. He's running out of lives with me. He's probably ran out of lives with me, but he made an absolute stinker of a howler there to give Harrison Burrows that chance to pull the trigger, and he was clinical enough to bury it on the 16th minute. So, 1-0 it was. After that, did we show any initiative? Did we show any desire to get back in the game? No, we did not. We were grim, absolute grim. Look at it. Look at it. There, 20 shots to 9. It doesn't show shots on target. Maybe another graphic will, but we had no shots on target. Grim stuff. Concerning. Very, very, very much concerning when you think about all the hype that goes around Ohashi or the hype about McTagay. We haven't scored. I think we've scored 2 goals in the last 6 games. That is not top 6 stuff. And it's starting to smell like a relegation stuff. I don't want to be panic stations or alarming or over the top exaggerations, but this is. We're looking bad at home. Haven't scored a goal in the last, I think, 1 goal in the last 4 at home. People go on and on about the crazy home form. It's not been that good. It's not been that good. We drew with West Brom. We lost here today, 2-0 against Southampton. Sorry, Southampton, Sheffield United. Sorry, and then of course we only squeaked past Swansea 1-0 when I was last there. So not been fantastic. And yes, when we're up against real opposition, this is what you get, and this is what we're gonna get. Again, it makes us look back on those two, the away games against Norwich and Burnley, and we were fortunate to play them at that time of the season. I think if we played Norwich or Burnley right now at home, at their place, we would get tonked. We would get tonked big time. And I think this could be the start of a major, major concerning patch for Rovers. It is looking, when you look at the fixture list, there's 2 games now before the next international break. We've got to be getting points. We need to start getting those points in the bag now. Otherwise, if we fail to take full advantage of those next games, we could be in for a long old season, and any dreams of top half finish will be long gone. Let's take a look at the shots here. Does it say shots on target? Look, where are we? We are the orange. I think they all went fucking nowhere near. Yeah, all over the shop. Anyway, we had more possession, which means jack shit these days. More passes than they did, more touches, of course. They had more shots. We were just second best to everything. And look, McTagay gets the 1 shot, couple efforts from Ohashi. Thought Campbell was lively, and maybe we'll have a look at his match ratings in a second from the third party point of view. But what the fuck's this guy doing, Dolan? What is he doing? He's wearing the 10 jersey. No efforts from Tyrese Dolan. He's wearing the 10 jersey. It's very much concerning. Danny Bath had more efforts than fucking Tyrese Dolan. That is serious problems there, and I think he has to be dropped. And you've got to be clinical. You've got to be brutal. And again, if we took a look at the arching scenario about Tyrese Dolan, he's not signing a fucking contract. He ain't going to sign a contract. We're just twiddling our thumbs, getting him to get games, to, I don't know, better himself and just leave us hung out to dry. If he really wants to be that number fucking 10, he's got to sign the contract. Sign the contract, commit to the project, commit to John Eustace, and commit to the fans. Because right now we're cheering you on, or trying to cheer you on, but with zero efforts, wearing the number 10. Come on, boy. It's just beggars belief. Beggars belief. And look at all this effort. Burrows with 5 fucking efforts. Kiefer Moore was all right, old problem, as he is typically. Of course, let's take a look at the lineups then. As you see, it pairs between the sticks. He had a good couple of saves to deny Sheffield United, who could have won this 4 or 5-0 if they really had their shooting boots on. Dom Heim at the back. Danny Bath, again, we seem to be stretched a little bit with our centre-back options. Owen Beck was okay, not the best performance from him. Joe RC was just an absolute shiter, and he was on there way too long for me. Travis and Sondre in the middle. Again, is it time to pull the plug on this double pivot and be a bit more adventurous? Ryan Hedges, Todd Cantwell, Tyree Stolen were there. I believe Cantwell was decent, played the full 90, and Yukiyashi starved of any service, which is concerning. I feel for the guy. He scored 4 goals, and he runs around, he makes the runs, and he gets no fucking service. What's going on? Anyway, as for the opposition there, Cooper between the sticks, bored. He was bored. He had fuck all to do. Jack Robinson came back in. Of course, we thought we had a chance with the big man not there, but no. Piece of piss for him, and Harry Suter at the back. Harrison Burrows looked great. Gilchrist looked lively as well. Vinny Souza, handful as well. £12 million. Is that an actual signing? Well, they did sell a bit of players, didn't they? Blaster, of course, youngster, looked good. Raki Saki caused us problems kind of hair as well. Marine Brewster was not that great. Kiefer Moore, a veteran, but knows where to put the back of the net is. We did see the likes of Wyman, Macta Gay, Buckley, Britton, and Pickering coming on there. I think we got to look at bringing in Lewis Baker. We brought him in on loan. Why can't he get a fucking game? He has to get in, and you would have to make a sacrifice. I guess he can't play against Stoke because he's probably cup tied or whatever. What's going on here? Of course, take a look at the match ratings then, shall we? They're from a third party. They give Dominic Jaime 7.6 at the back there. Is that man of the match material? No, Harrison Burrows with 8.5, but our man of the match, it looks like Dom Hyam, Danny Bath with a 7.2, AC Perez with a 7.6, 7.4 for Sondre. They did okay, but really didn't create much. A lot of grinding out, trying to grind something out, but no. Look at the front three. Cantwell, yes, was lively. Dolan, nightmare. I don't know why he's got 6.9. He must have been a 5 or something. Yuki, again, unfortunately, it was a low rating because he didn't do shit. Ryan Hedges as well. Pretty poor. In fact, not pretty poor, very poor. 6.86 on average compared to the 7.22 of our visitors. The early goal did knock the wind out of our sails, but we've never really got going, guys. We never really got going whatsoever. Let's take a look then at the heat maps. This is Rovers heat map. A lot of green, a lot of grass covered. But look at this area right here. Zero green here. None. Criminal. Woeful. Embarrassing. As for Sheffield United, again, not as much green. But when they had the ball, they're in there. They're posing. They're intimidating. They're giving us something to think about defensively. So they use the ball well compared to us. We had a lot of green, but fuck all in the attacking third. Alrighty then, let's take a look at what went on social media following the game then. New York Rovers said it must be so annoying to be Cantwell in this team. I agree wholeheartedly on that comment. He is a class above everybody else, but what he comes up with, no one else is on the same wavelength. It's embarrassing, and I feel for the guy big time. Meanwhile, Bellas said, Beck's impressed. In other news, water is wet. Yeah, criminal by us. BRC Daniel can't get dominated that badly at home. We were piss poor. James Marsh said, I'm not asked if we get outplayed, but we were awful. 0 shots on target at home should be a crime. Joe Ratcliffe, Eustace committing crimes by starting Hedges and Dolan again. Have to drop them. Meanwhile, Tommy said, most comfortable win Sheffield United will have all season, offering nothing. No pressure, no momentum, no attacking threat, no goal in 3 games. We need better quality players. All of a sudden, doesn't look very good for us. Down the table we go. Tom Barnes, we can't lose all hope. It was a game we expected to lose, and our defence was destroyed by their attack. But we looked good getting into offensive areas. I don't think we were. And maybe deserve more. Still think we need to find a way to play Kamo Ashashi and another striker. Why keep Dolan playing when he's not interested to be at the club? Also, why are we so afraid to whip the ball in? That's 4-star for you. Jim Burtwell says Sheffield United didn't have to break a sweat and easily won the match. Really poor performance from Rovers again. Saunders said 1 goal in 6 and not a shot on target. But let's bring 2 defenders on. That is question marks there. Meanwhile, it's been coming. Performances have been terrible. Tactics bad too. A few of the starting players need benching Wednesday. And Coach Steve said, first of many, if we carry on like this, awful bloody football. They are not wrong. They are not wrong. It was grim stuff and nothing to get excited about whatsoever. Meanwhile, around the grounds we go. Of course, Luton did draw with West Brom, as they've been doing that for fun recently. Stoke with a 2-1 win over Derby. Big win for them. They're our next opposition as well. Swansea with a 2-1 win over Oxford. Leeds with a 3-0 win over Plymouth. Hull and Portsmouth 1-1. QPR Sunderland 0-0. Preston losing at home to Bristol City. Cardiff with a 2-1 win over Norwich. And then Watford putting 6 past Wednesday. And then finally, Coventry continue their recent revival with a 3-0 win over Middlesbrough, and then the Freaks take on Millwall tomorrow. This is the table as you see it. Sunderland remain tip of the top despite drawing. Leeds up to second. The Blades, Burnley, Watford, and then West Brom in the top 6. Rovers dropped down to 7th, but just 1 win in 5. It's grim stuff. Portsmouth, QPR, and Plymouth going down right now. That is it. It's a sharp take on it, guys. Of course, the rest or the wait is not long before we're back in action when we take on Stoke at Ewood in a must-win game, I think. Otherwise, Rovers could be in for a long old season with John Eustace at the helm. So tune in for that coverage as well from that game onwards with a busy week with who's next? There's Cardiff as well after that. But anyway, 1 game at a time. Stoke first. Until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, we are done.